In today's quick tip, let's solve one of the most common cartooning frustrations. Which pose works best? We all wondered that question. Should my character be looking at me or should their head be tilted? Well, here is the good news. There is actually a trick. So let's not waste any time and let's dive in. Before starting, I have a quick disclaimer. This might seem like a lot of work at first, but spending about an hour setting everything up can save you many hours later. With that said, let's get started with a tutorial and a demonstration. The trick is actually very simple. Instead of drawing your character over and over and over and over again, you're going to create a separate paint layer for each body part. A few months ago, I made a video about this technique using a cartoon bird to demonstrate the process. If you'd like a more detailed explanation, I'll leave a link to that video in the description box. As you can see, I created several versions of the eyes, wings, and beaks. Then I organized each body part into its own group. I like to think of this technique as creating a digital puppet. Once the body parts are separated, you can duplicate them, move them around, and mix different poses without having to redraw the entire character. As you can see, I was able to create all of these poses from a single puppet and without redrawing a single line. To keep this video short, I'll demonstrate the technique using just two body parts, the head and the body of this little chibi character. Start by creating two separate layers. Draw your character's head on one layer and the body on another. To save time, of course, I've already done that. On your keyboard, hold down the Shift key and select both layers. Then press Ctrl G to create a group. Rename the group Original. I'm calling it Original because I won't be editing this group at all. Think of this as a master copy. It will allow us to create as many new versions of our cartoon characters as we want. We're going to copy this group. Hit Ctrl J, and this will duplicate the group. Lock the original group and turn it off. You can rename the duplicated group now or wait until later. It's completely up to you. Using the transform tool, I'm going to move and rotate the head to create a new pose. Let me zoom in. Click on the body layer to activate it. Right-click, choose Add, and then select Transparency Mask. Notice that the color selector switches to black and white as soon as the transparency mask is added. Now don't worry, that's completely normal. It simply means that you are now painting inside the mask. Alright, next we are going to choose a brush. I'll use a basic one brush. Press D on your keyboard to reset your colors so that the foreground is black and the background is white. I'm telling you this because maybe you've already used Krita today and your foreground and background colors are not black and white, but maybe red and orange. Here's a quick reminder. Painting with black hides pixels. To reveal them again, you'll have to press X on your keyboard to switch your brush color from black to white. Then paint over the hidden area. And as you can see, the pixels reappear. Just remember this, the transparency mask is your best friend. It's fast, easy to use, and completely non-destructive. Alright, now that I've finished editing the body, I'll repeat the same process for the head layer. And that's it. I've created a brand new version of my puppet without redrawing a single line. I'll rename this group Head Tilted. To create another pose, I just need now to go back to the original group, duplicate it again, and repeat the process. So I'm going to keep working and I'll see you in a few seconds. I had a little fun and I had created two new versions. Of course, there is the first one we've made together with her head tilted. But as you can see, I also created one where she's looking down and another where she's scratching her eye. Now, what is the takeaway of this little tutorial? I get it, creating a digital puppet takes a bit of work, but if you think about it, it's a huge time saver in the long run. And best of all, this method helps you find the strongest version of your character. No more second guessing yourself. You've explored different poses, compared them side by side, and found the winner. You're done! So, talking about done, I think this quick tip is also done. I hope these few minutes spent with me were worth your time. I will see you next time. Happy creating. Au revoir et à bientôt.